Hi everyone. Today I'm going to tell you a short story, but this is my original story and this is my first story. That means when I started writing stories, this one is the first one. From this, this is the beginning of my story writing journey. Well, let me begin the story. The name of the story is An Amazing Letter to Me. And this one is not exactly the conversation. It can be taken as a silent conversation between mind and the conscience, means the inner heart, which is otherwise known as also Vivek. Well, let me begin what I wrote in this story. One day I felt very lonely and very restless, and I couldn't sleep the whole night. So I thought myself to whom I could share my mental agony and who can understand my pain. Then I took a paper and a pen and I started writing as if I wanted to express all my pain in that paper. So I wrote, Dear Me. And then I wrote, Kyo, don't be surprised because I'm addressing you only. You know what? You and me both are inseparable and we are just the two sides of a coin. You know very well. But still then, I thought that it is the best thing to express everything of my life, the pain, the pleasure, and whatever I have, I will express it through this paper, and I want to let you know. Every time you told me, you gave me some good advice, but I overruled it. Means you know that mind always runs faster than anything. So the same way, I couldn't control myself. I didn't listen whatever good thing or good advice you had given me. But since I feel today as if I'm very much lonely and no one is there to share with my pain, so I chose you. Well, now listen to me, my story. And yes, I well remember once I got very angry to a person and I scolded him. That time also you reminded me, hey, what for you are getting angry so quickly? Cool, think about it and don't be so impatient. And you told me a beautiful proverb that look, to err is human and to forgive is divine. And you believe me or not, I well remembered your quotation, your quotation you told me, still now I remembered it. But what can I do? As usual, mind is very fickle and every moment I am changing its direction. I'm so sorry for that. Well, now I am telling you why I decided today to write this letter to you only. So, listen to me very carefully and at the end you tell me what should I do. You know what? There was an essay competition and I also participated in that competition. It was held in Sweden. And after few days, I got a letter that I was selected in that essay competition. And the most amazing thing is that all over the world, among the hundreds of participants, 50 participants were selected. And I was one of them. Can you believe it? And you know what? I went there I was invited, and I went there with all my papers. When I reached there, uh, I was guided by some of the members of that essay competition committee, and I went there. I can't describe the beauty of that hall where the meeting was held. It was so beautiful. And I also interacted with so many other foreign participants. I became very excited. I was really excited, and I became too happy. Now, you know what? When all we gathered there, I met one girl named Ila. She was a nice girl. She came to me, talked to me so softly, so nicely. I was very happy. See, when after talking a while, she requested me to hand over my papers. And out of courtesy, I gave it to her. She was just going through it. At that time, I heard the names were announced in the dais. And a beautiful lady, very nicely she was announcing the names of the all the 50 participants, and the papers were read aloud so that the panel judges who were present on the dais, they were supposed to select the best one. And repeatedly when my name was called, I was so excited and became so nervous. My both the earlobes became red, and I couldn't hear anything. I became numb and speechless for a moment. Then I realized, after a while I realized, oh yes, my name was called on the dais. So I was ready to go there. That very time, I also realized that my papers are not with me. It is gone. Then I searched for Ila, but she was at nowhere. And you know what would be my condition at that time. Just think about it. My name was called on the dais. The lady was announcing again and again, and we are supposed to take the papers and go to the stage. But that time I lost my papers, and I felt as if everything I lost, all my hard work, everything was lost, and I couldn't speak also. But however, I went there, and tears rolled down from my eyes. That lady was so good. She very soberly asked me, "What happened, miss? What for you are crying?" Then I said, "I lost my papers." She was surprised and she asked me how. I said I had given that paper to a lady named Ila, but she is not familiar to me. Since she asked, I gave it to her. And at that very moment, it was announced on the mic that was attached on the high roof that one lady named Ila was found unconscious on the bathroom. And I was stunned for a while. I thought, my goodness, Ila was unconscious, then what about my papers? And I cursed her. Before knowing that she was unconscious, I just cursed her like anything else. I even can't imagine in which words I cursed her, because she took my papers and all my hard work had gone empty. I felt so bad. So I just cursed her like anything else. But when I came to know that she was unconscious, then I thought, what happened to her so suddenly that she couldn't come. Somehow my papers were recovered from Ila. I got it, and whatever prize I got, and the lady also told me that I had a special prize. Everything I got, and I became too happy. I came back, but that day onwards, I couldn't feel. Uh, I felt so guilty that I couldn't think how I cursed her. The words, the um, evil words I thought for her, perhaps I never thought for anyone in my life. And without knowing, I cursed her. She was sick. That is why she couldn't come and she couldn't give me back my papers. It was not her fault. Not knowingly she did it. That is why I felt bad. And from that day onwards, I was just searching with whom I could share my pain and my mental agony. And at last, I found that you are the closest one with whom I could share my pain. Now you tell me, I did this blunder, and what should I do in my future? Then, as usual, you told me, do not, without knowing, don't come to a conclusion. Hereafter, you have to only keep patience and don't blame anyone for anything without knowing the full story. However, this much is the story that I wrote in amazing letter to me. Well, this story, after finishing this story, I sent it to Notion Press, and I'm really thankful to Notion Press that because of their appreciation, now at least I could imagine that yes, I can write. Thank you so much.